Hi, it's me, Todd, with Hiking for Health CA. Today I'm reviewing the Buff by Buff. So the first thing I got to say about the Buff is I never thought, when I first got back into hiking, again, you have to remember that I did backpacking for so long as a younger person, decades ago. Okay, beginning of the 80s all the way through the 80s into the early 90s. I was, pretty serious backpacker. So then I took this long break as I had a career and a family and just, I was doing little things here and there and got into a few other good hobbies like kayaking and stuff, but backpacking kind of took a back seat, and so did hiking in general. And then, lo and behold, I retired, got back into it. And then I realized that, wow, a lot of the gear I had and equipment I had for hiking is, it just doesn't cut it, and it's either too old, I just can't use it anymore, or wow, there's so much better out there. So I started looking around at what kind of things were out there, and some of the smaller periphery stuff I started seeing was like, this is ridiculous. And I admit the Buff is one of them. It's like, what in the world is that? What are you out there to be a bandito? But let me tell you straight up front, I usually like to get right to it when I'm doing a gear review. I saw a few others, hikers that I respected, talking about how, it's versatile. They can do a bunch of different things with it. I looked it up online. I did some research. Always something I suggest you do, no matter if the equipment is a tiny little minuscule thing on the side, or if it's something really important to you, a big ticket item, one of the big three, like your shelter, your sleeping system, your cook system. You do your research, look it up, see. So I kind of looked it up, and it's like, this could come in handy in various things. I mean, I already carry a bandana, and that's basically one of the things this is. And if you can get something that multitasks as different things when you're backpacking, that helps, because then you're carrying less items. And so after talking to a few people and stuff, I decided to try one out. So I got a Buff, paid for it, ordered it, got it. And the first real test of the Buff, real trip, I used it a little bit on some day hikes I was on. It's like, all right, in a cold day, it helps keep my neck warm and things. But the real test of it came when I did the Lost Coast Trail the summer of, what is it now, 2017? Wow, it seems like it's just that far away. Summer of 2017, I think it was. I could also be losing my mind and just not know times. It could be 2018, but I'm pretty sure it was summer of 2017. Did that Lost Coast Trail, challenging trail, but there were several times where this Buff came in handy for things that I wouldn't even think of, because I never really needed them on other trails or when I was younger and things like that. But one of the big things was when you're walking along the coast, especially in the morning time, it's cold. And you want to have a little bit of a face cover, but you don't want to be stifled in things. I didn't want to wear a full face mask. The Buff works. Look at that. You just kind of put it right up there from your neck. It's still keeping my neck warm. I can breathe. It's not fogging up my glasses. So that's one way to do it. As I did at the very beginning, you saw that you can even pull it up. It becomes a full head cover, just like that. Very simple. It's easy to get that down. There are all kinds of things you can do with this Buff. It works as a headband, so now I look like I'm back in the 70s. How do you like that? It is versatile. And then on top of that, aside from being something you wear in different ways, the light's getting bad, sorry about that. Aside from being something you wear in different ways, a piece of clothing, this works really well as a bandana. A little hot, I can wipe sweat. And I know there's some people out there who's like, oh, Grody, you're gonna have this sweat rag around your neck and stuff. Anybody talking about that? You're not a serious hiker. I'm sorry. You can be a hiker. You can enjoy it. But I'm telling you right now, through hiking, serious backpacking and stuff, you're not going to worry about stuff like that. Yeah, there's a little bit of sweat on this. That's the way it goes. It's going to get sweat on it anyway when I put it on my head or around my neck. It's just going to happen. So it is versatile. There are other people, I haven't yet, but they've used it as, you know, a pot holder to grab a pot real quick when it's hot, because it is that quick installation. These launder very easy when you need to do them on a gentle cycle, because they are that nylon wicking material. So use a gentle cycle to launder it. And I have to say that as far as a versatile little piece of your hiking gear, it's pretty good. It really is. I was actually surprised that I use it as much as I do, because it doubles as a type of clothing. Like I said, headband. There's all kinds of other ways you can wear it. By the way, if you look on the Buff website, they give you all kinds of ways that you can put it on your head and things like that, and wear it different ways. Some women and even guys who are not as wide as I am, can wear it as like a tube top. There's just a lot of, it is really versatile as far as a piece of clothing goes. And then, like I say, it also doubles as other things. It can be a insulated pot grabber if you need it. It can double as a bandana. Just, you know, because it is elastic, you can get it on there and twist it and get it fairly tight. So the same things you can do with a bandana as far as first aid goes, you could do with a Buff. And they actually don't retail. I don't have the price now, but it's between $10 and $15 just for a basic Buff. They come in different colors, different patterns. There are imitators out there. I am reviewing the Buff by Buff, Buffco or something like that. But I do have a couple of others that I got, like one I got for free at a 5K run and stuff, that have been okay, but a little thinner material. This is good material. It's comfortable. So as far as the Buff goes, I'm pretty happy with it. I give it 4 out of 5 because it is a versatile thing. I sometimes still carry a bandana somewhere in my pack and things, but I don't feel like I have to. It works as a bandana, it works as a piece of clothing, and there's all kinds of things you can do with it. And it is not cost prohibitive as far as I'm concerned. So I give it a thumbs up. I do recommend it, the Buff by Buff. It's kind of cool. And that's my review of that piece of gear. I'll catch you next time.